expected by them, blah, 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 to make sure that this wasn't some sort of plot or whatever. But, and you'll probably get approached by a vehicle with guys coming out with rifles.
Hey,
but that's okay.
Rather do the paperwork than be Dave, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather land there and be safe. I'll tell you a story of actually a guy who, there was a pilot, like a doctor who did surgeries, and he was like really well known and really.
2155, connect approach 125.
He was flying himself in his own airplane from place to place to do surgeries, and he was somewhere on the East Coast, and his destination was too fogged in, like he couldn't land there because he was on an instrument flight plan. But he flew right past Dover Air Force Base, and he asked the controller, "Can I land at Dover? Because I'm kind of." He hinted to her that he's low on fuel, but he didn't say the magic words that I'm a low fuel situation, or that I'm declaring an emergency. He didn't say that, and even though he was getting low on fuel, he said, he was just like the rest of us, afraid of getting in trouble, and afraid to say, hey, I'm in a situation where I need to land there, or else I'm gonna run out of gas. So he flew right past Dover Air Force Base. He saw it clearly. He could land there. Yeah, but so he asked her, "Can I land at Dover Air Force Base?" And the controller said, "Unless you have an emergency, you cannot." And he said, "Okay, well, I'll just try this other airport." So he tried the other airport. He couldn't. Again, it was too fogged in. He turns back, and now he's like, "Control, I have an emergency. I'm low fuel. I'm going to run out of gas. Can I please land at? I'm declaring emergency. I need to land at Dover." And she says, "Okay, clear land, runway such and such at Dover." He didn't make it, and he crashed and died.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the take-home message is, if you have an emergency, don't be afraid to declare it.
Definitely.
And also, I actually had a situation recently. I had a bird strike in a different airplane.
Was that right?
Yeah. Remember how I showed you all those migratory birds? Well,
yeah.
Now at nighttime they're migrating. So let's really climb, because it was at 1,500 feet. But I know they're not going to be way up high, like at 3,000, 4,000 feet. So for that reason, I'll climb up higher, and I'm safer up there.
Right.
From getting a bird strike.
Makes sense. Want to be safe. Especially
so
now.
let's go to like at 70. Yeah, now November. That's when those birds are migrating. Like just at nighttime, if you're ever outside at nighttime, look up in the sky or listen in a quieter night for the geese migrating, and you'll see a big V of them.
Yeah, that's how they fly, huh?
They fly. It's amazing how God just gave them the wisdom to do that. They actually use each other's wake turbulence to stay afloat. So like the first goose bears the most, like that one needs to work the hardest.
Right.
But the two geese behind her, to the left and right, they get extra lift because of her wake turbulence. The next two gets wake turbulence and all the way down. So when the first goose gets tired, she flies to the back and just gets rest.
It's interesting. I saw a video on why they do that, but basically explain what you just said. It's fascinating. And
yep.
Nature uses what we use in aircrafts. Beautiful. Nothing will be made.
A little lower than those for just a second. And do you see where Sacramento is?
In front of us?
Yeah. And do you know the town that's just to the west of Sacramento? That's Davis.
Davis, yes.
Yeah. So you can kind of see where Sacramento is, right?
Yeah.
It's Mcclellan Airfield is going to be right in the middle of it.
Okay. That just kind of looks familiar from last time.
Yeah, because we came back from at nighttime one time. Yeah.
Correct.
All right, let's keep climbing then. Full power, climb back up again. let's go to at least 3,500 feet, I'd say. We are going on a... Are we going on a western or an eastern heading right now? Or western or eastern course?
Eastern?
Yeah, eastern. So is eastern west is going to be odds or evens plus 500?
It's going to be odds.
Yeah.
Please,
So,
west is best.
yeah. So what altitude is a good westbound heading?
Westbound, perhaps 4,500.
Westbound, yeah, 4,500. And how about eastbound, which was what we're doing right now?
3,500.
3,500. If I was going to go on a cross country, I would say at least 5,500 because I want to have extra glide. I want to have extra goose clearance.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially down there at Willows.
Oh yeah, and okay, go to so we're 3,500. Go ahead and lower the nose.
All right, lower the nose.
Yeah, power down to 25. Let's go to a higher cruise setting so we don't spend too much time.
500 RPM.
2,500, yeah. And trim it down. And if you could run through the cruise checklist.
Got it. Cruise checklist, throttle is set. Make sure as required it's pretty much full.
Yeah, but we above 3,000 feet we want to actually lean it.
Okay, so maybe...
You know what happened to 6-2 Lima? It's been happening quite a bit with it. It's been having bad mags. And the mechanics opens it up and says, nope, it wasn't a bad mag, it was the spark plug is crusted over.
Oh wow.
With carbon and lead. Why? Because people are not leaning out the mixture while flying, while on the ground or in the air. So go ahead and just do one click at a time. Just say it out loud. Click, click, click.
Click, click, click. That's 3. Okay. 4. Click, click, click.
Click. Let's bring the power down to 25 or so. Okay, so go ahead and do your clicks.
Click.
Okay, that's it. So 3 clicks back in.
Click.
Or more actually, because I think we went a little bit more than.
Alright.
Let me see where we're at right now. I'd say right about there. About right. Okay. Alright, so we're at a correct amount of the mixture. Okay, so mixtures are required. Trim. Is it good?
Trim looks good at the moment.
Heading indicator is still broken. Engine gauges are still in the green. We're good. Alright, so let's see if we could see where we are. And by the way, I'll talk to NorCal at this point because I want to get pretty close to class deltas.
Good.
NorCal approach, Cessna 11746 with request.
Cessna 11746, NorCal approach, a request.
Cessna 11746 is back with you. We're just to the south of Executive, about 10 miles. Like a flight following to Mcclellan, currently 3,600.
November 11746, squawk 0371.
0371. 0371, go ahead and do it. 03. 371. Awesome. Alright, and go that way a little bit. Now that's an airplane. That is a planet, but that's an airplane. Alright, so do you see kind of right off your nose, like right now there's a green and a white in that brown, in that dark area. Green, white.
Oh, I see it, yeah. Look at that.
We're lined up with the runway.
Oh wow.
But it's not the correct runway. That is made there. How about down here, you see a bunch of amber lights and then just like in the middle of a brown area, of a dark area, there's a runway going this way.
You can see that, yeah.
Yeah. Good eyes. Good eyes. That's executive.
Oh, that's not, that's exactly. Okay, so we're going to be all the way.
Yeah, and actually...
746 radar contact, 3 miles south of the Sacramento VOR. Sacramento altimeter 2989er, say altitude.
2989er, Cessna 11746 is at 3,500. Alright, Mcclellan is, if you were to draw a straight line from the runway of Executive, going, like just draw a straight line outward, like, remember when we were kids we had those coloring books with connect the dots and things like that?
Oh yeah.
Just basically draw a straight line outward, like, almost like you're connecting the dots of the runway and just keep going in the same direction. off to the left, you see some bright white lights, like a row of lights that way.
I see it, yeah.
That's the airport.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh, so that's executive is down there with how do I describe it?
The approach lights.
Porch lights, yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you see there's a row of green lights that are this way?
Yeah.
And then before it, there's an approach lights going this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the approach light system.
Oh, look at that.
So, you see where those bright white lights are in the distance though, over there?
Yeah.
I mentioned first? Go ahead and fly towards those. And over here, this freeway going off to the south is I-5. And it goes right by those towers, so I don't know if you've ever driven from Sacramento to Stockton or back and forth. You'll drive right past those towers, you'll see them, now you know what they are. And so this is Elk Grove here. And on the other side of Elk Grove, there's another freeway sticking out the south end of it. And that freeway,
Southwest 1131, contact approach 125.4. 25.4.
departing from the south end of Elk Grove is Highway 99. And the first town that you see over there, kind of just right at our, like right underneath our wingtip, right there. Like that town is Galt.
Okay. Cool.
And then the next town south will be
Ain't the information, kilo current.
Lodi, and then Stockton. You can still see me there. You can see executive probably better than me right now. Off to.
Yeah, I got a better view.
Yeah. Yep. And let's see if I get the weather at Mcclellan. By the way, go ahead and, I'll let you do this. Put in, just tap the white one. And tap Mon for monitor.
Alright.
We might or might not get it. Go ahead and swap them over. That way we could listen to both. So swap by pressing the green one. We're not going to get it. I don't think. Not for a while.
Is that the weather, CTAF?
Yeah, the AWAS.
AWAS.
Stability
Here it
for
is.
that. Sky conditions clear below 12,000. Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point 9er Celsius. Altimeter 2 9er 8 inches of mercury.
Let's get the winds.
Sacramento. Automated weather observation 0153 Zulu. Wind 2 9er 0 at 3 knots. Visibility more than
Alright, tap
10.
this.
Conditions clear.
Tap off the
12,000. Temperature
and tap this.
15.
Alright, so now I've been listening to both at the same time so that I wouldn't lose anything that NorCal's trying to tell me. But I also wanted to make sure I listened to them. Alright, so actually those white bright lights, they're, I think it's probably a softball field. And just to the north of it, because north is going to be at an angle that way, you can see a dark area that's empty. And pretty soon I'll let you turn on the landing lights, or the runway lights at Mcclellan, you'll see it. I can see the white-green flashing light of Mcclellan. If you turn about 5 degrees to the left, just kind of aim to the left of those bright white lights that you see there. Yeah, and by the way, Interstate 80 is the one that's going off north towards Roseville and that direction, and it's also coming this way. And over here is turning off as Highway 99. And so you see kind of like white lights going that way and red lights going that way. That's Highway 99.
Wow, okay.
And this is I-5 right here, Interstate 5.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Too much humans.
Why don't you tell NorCal, so NorCal, Cessna such and such has the one minute weather at Mcclellan.
One more time?
NorCal approach, Cessna 11746 has the weather at Mcclellan.
So NorCal approach, Cessna 11746 has the weather for Mcclellan?
Yep.
NorCal approach, Cessna 11746 has the weather for Mcclellan.
Number 746, thank you. Contact approach 127.4.
127.4.
127.4 NorCal approach, thank you.
And actually you say your call sign again. Okay, so put 127.4. 4. Enter. Swap.
03 negative.
him and tell him your altitude.
VFR and
Just say NorCal approach, just 1746, 3,300, descending.
to Mcclellan.
Wait for it.
Roger.
We're waiting for him to have a chance to hear you.
Charlie Delta Airspace then, and if you'd like flight following, just advise.
Sure, if you could get flight following, we'd love to have that for Coast Guard 2703.
Coast Guard 2703, Roger. Flight heading of 110, vector for radar identification.
Alright, heading 110 for Coast Guard 2703.
So, call them in.
Go for it.
November 11746, NorCal.
Go see it.
NorCal approach, that's now 11746 at 3,300 feet.
November 746, begin your descent from McClellan.
1746, we'll begin our descent. We were trying to get a word in earlier, but you were busy.
November 746, Roger. Turn right heading 050, vector for traffic.
050, vector for traffic. 1746. Alright.
NorCal, Scout 5689, 2,300, climbing 9,000, heading 120.
Scout 5689, NorCal departure, ready contact, expedite through 4,000 for traffic.
Expedite through 4,000, Skywest 5689.
Scout 5689, verify maintain 9,000.
That direction.
Maintain 9,000, Scout 5689.
Coast Guard 2703, ready contact, 3 miles south from Napier Airport, Heckman altimeter 2989er, stay altitude.
2989er, position checks right at 1,500 feet.
I think that's him. Alright. And why don't you put in there 122.975? The bottom one. No, don't swap them over.
03, Roger, resume on navigation, and you just plan on continuing
Not the white one?
around outside the Class Delta airspace?
122.975.
We'll just stick around, go around the outside of the Class Delta airspace to the northeast and then northwest, and just kind of go back to Mcclellan that way.
Coast Guard 2703, Roger, resume on navigation, thanks.
Resuming navigation.
Coast 5689, contact departure 123.7.
This is Highway 50.
23.7, Skywest 5689.
And it's important to know these kind of things because
resume on navigation, altitude, your discretion.
11746, resume navigation, altitude discretion.
Number 746, you're going to be descending into McClellan.
Affirmative, we'll be descending to McClellan 11746.
Number 746, Roger, squawk VFR, change to advisory frequencies approved today.
11746, squawk VFR, frequency change approved, thanks for your help, good night. Alright, so squawk VFR, push VFR. VFR, okay. And we will go ahead and swap over to McClellan, so swap the green. Alright, and why don't you turn on your lights by tapping 7 times nice and slow.
Okay.
Deliberate. No, watch this. There you go.
Oh wow, okay.
The Christmas tree just came on.
I'll try to...
This is Artifair Mall again. Alright, so bring the power back to like 22 or so. Bring the power back to 22 and lower the nose quite a bit.
Alright, 20. Sending.
McClellan traffic, Cessna 11746, 5 miles southwest, inbound right 45, 16 McClellan. Let's really bring the altitude down because we need to get down to 1,150 before we get to the pattern. So you can see where the downwind would be, right?
Yeah, it's straight ahead.
Yeah. And so we need to be over the downwind by then. By the way, there's your ruler. McClellan runway is a ruler, and in your mind, you just take it and turn it on its side and follow it outbound. You can see how far out you are from different places.
Okay.
That's how you could kind of estimate your distances. So flight directly towards the middle of the field. Like you could now. Oh, by the way, here, see that those white lights over there?
Yeah.
That was the softball field.
Oh,
no,
wow.
Or no, not a softball field. It's actually the golf course. Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's the golf course. That's what it is. And that's why they're so bright from over there because they're shining this way. All right, let's really come down. Come on. What altitude do we need to get to?
1,500?
1,150.
1,150, that's right.
McClellan traffic, Cessna 11746. 2 miles to the south west, inbound, right 45, 16, McClellan.
Alright, about 150.
Yep. Bring the power back to cruise. I mean, back up to cruise. Cruise will be like 23. Yeah, about there. And mixture is forage. Alright, so once we're about half a mile away, turn downwind. Here's the golf ball, by the way. So that's kind of where we want to be over the golf ball. Alright, and so maintain your altitude, maintain your distance, maintain parallel. And so again, the ruler, the ruler that we have from the sky is our runway here. It gives us a really good picture of how far things are, right?
Yeah.
I could gauge distance really well that way. And if you could take a quarter of it and turn it on its side, we're about half a mile. We want to be half a mile to a mile away from the runway. And we're about there. We're about half a mile, or about 3/4 right now. Alright, and so what altitude should we be at?
1,120.
1150.
1150.
1153, more specifically. Add just a touch of power. Yeah. Alright, and don't turn into the runway. Don't turn out from the runway. And how do you know you're not turning in or out? By looking down, looking at the edge. You can look at the edge of your window here, and just make sure that it stays parallel to the roads that you see there.
Okay.
Alright. The red lights over there signal the end of the runway. Once we're there, you're going to go carpeat.
Alright. Carpeat on.
Carpeat on. Power to 1700.
100.
Cool. And don't turn in yet, just keep going straight. Keep going straight. Slow down to 80, 10 degrees of flaps.
So flap.
Awesome. Okay. But you're kind of turning in a little bit to the right, so go about 5 degrees left. Okay, about now, turn base. McClellan traffic Cessna 11746, turning right base 16, full stop, McClellan. Alright, and here you're going to hold, on base you're going to hold 70 miles an hour and 20 degrees of flaps.
Alright. Clear flaps.
Clear on final, clear ahead, clear right, turn final. McClellan traffic Cessna 11746, turning final 16 McClellan. Make sure that you turn, like you really turn all the way to base. You weren't quite parallel to base, you were at an angle.
Okay.
That's why you're kind of drifted away a little bit, and yeah. We'll just slowly turn back around. Don't ever skid here. Like don't ever push hard right rudder to hope that I didn't notice. Because first of all, you can't hide your mistakes from me. And number two, it can be super dangerous. At slow airspeed, close to the ground to skid, you go into a spin right away.
Wow.
Alright. Or we'll just land long. Okay, so get yourself nice and line with the runway, kind of turn over here, straighten up. A little bit less power.
Big power?
Yeah, and just adjust your power and your pitch so that you could hold 65 on the airspeed.
Okay.
Okay, more to the right. Use ailerons to go to the right, and rudder to keep the nose straight. Less power. Let's go to power idle.
Power idle.
Power idle. McClellan traffic Cessna 11746, landing long, right 116. We'll turn half a kilo, McClellan. Right ailerons, left rudder. The wind's kind of coming from our right, so we need to dip our wing into it. Alright, and about here, look forward, okay. Level but sink. Hold it level, and just hold it off as long as you can. Hold it off, 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 hold it off. Like that. Alright, rudder to get back to center line. And I turn it on right because I want to show you, those are white lights, and then amber lights. The second amber light is going to be kilo. You're also going to see the center line of the taxiway is going to come pretty soon. There it is, okay. So apply brakes and follow the yellow line to the right. Just get right onto the yellow line and follow it to the right. And see how it's the second amber light, it's right in the ground. and you're gonna fly. You're gonna basically taxi right over it. Yeah, add just a little bit of power so the engine doesn't die.
Good.
And once we are past the hold short line, go through the after landing checklist.
Alright, make a stop here.
Yep. After landing checklist.
After landing checklist, light as required, we can have them on.
Yep.
Car beat off. We're looking for
throttle. Wait, don't skip stuff.
car, yeah, throttle set to
Below 1,000.
1,000.
Okay. Make sure lean for taxi.
4 clicks
No, it's no the whole 3/4 of an inch.
for an inch.
Yep. Flaps are up.
Flaps are up.
And taxi route, we're just gonna taxi back to ramp.
Taxi back. Okay. Oh, look at that. Another night. It's amazing me.
Yeah, me too.
All those people, seeing all those buildings.
Yeah, it's pretty special to see that. Yeah, it's what a blessing to be able to have to do something like this.
100%.
I think I have some availability this week if the weather's going to be okay.
Sure.
This is just a line. I don't know what it's for, but it's nothing. And if you wanted to make it again 2 lessons in 1, I think you benefited from it because you really like your skills are improving quite well.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I did enjoy the last cross-country flight, and plus, since it is a requirement for my training, I do not mind.
And actually, well, the requirements are more of the solo cross countries. Those are the more ones that. But the thing is that if you get comfortable with cross countries early, then you won't have a problem
For sure.
when it's time to actually do cross country solo. And I will park it here.
Alright.
Alright, my controls. So I will push this. I'll make it so we don't have to push it as far back. And wing tips are clear. Wing tips are clear on the left, on the right. And propeller area is clear as well. Alright, I'll go ahead and take the checklist and complete the securing checklist.
Alright, that's gonna be the parking.
Yep, parking checklist.
Alright, RPM 1,000. Brakes are on. Master, so what do you do with these?
You turn them off individually, so that one first.
Power.
Hold down for 5 seconds. And then this one you would just twist, turn off, but we don't have it right now available. And this one you push, but don't push it yet so we can still hear each other. I'll push it for you at the end.
Got it.
And now it says electrical and lights off. Just any electrical equipment that you have, basically the lights, landing light, but leave the beacon on.
Beacon is on.
Strobe off.
Nav lights off.
Yep.
Everything else is off.
Yep. Affirmative.
Alright,
Magneto's ground check.
ground magnetic ground check, okay.
So you go all the way off and all the way back on both, just making sure that you hear the engine die. Back on both. And now mixture cut off.
Cut off.